Thanksgiving is next week, and Love It or Leave It is bringing the main course raw, unbasted chaos. Together with Diallo, Byron, and Ashley, we will decide definitively who is the worst person you will run into on Turkey Day. Use this information wisely, pick the carcass clean, and fall into a tryptophan coma just so you don't have to talk to these annoying guests. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
All right.
Ready.
So here's what's on the most annoying person at Thanksgiving bracket. I'm going to read all of them so that we know when we go through. Your aunt's weird silent boyfriend who talks to no one, the holier-than-thou vegan cousin, the grandma who wants to see your dance recital routine from 6 months ago, your sister who just got a promotion, the aunt whose wig is always lifting but still has the nerve to comment on your weight, the uncle who always has an investment opportunity for you, the cousin who's back from his first semester at college and thinks he knows everything, the woman your age your mom befriended at work and invited as your replacement. You should do this for one of your little skits, aunt. Cousin whose entire identity is their upcoming wedding, the out-of-touch uncle who thinks your partner is just your friend, brother's girlfriend who's too eager to help and makes everyone else look bad, the chef who is so stressed out but accepts help from no one, is in fact insulted when you offer to help, religious great aunt who asks if you're still going to church, your college-age cousin's goth girlfriend who you will never see again and who will unintentionally edit out of your actual memories, and your second cousin who you have insane chemistry with. Up first. All right, let's decide. Who do we think is worse to be around? Your aunt's weird silent boyfriend who talks to no one, or the holier-than-thou vegan cousin?
Oh, that's a tough one.
I'm going to go vegan. Yeah, I'm going to go with the vegan.
It's honestly it's so much true in my family that I'm scared to answer this answer.
It's
but
also
I think it is.
A silent boyfriend is actually a good break from any vegan.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Never met a silent vegan.
All right, next.
I never met a silent vegan. That's very, very funny.
Next up, we have the grandma who wants to see your dance recital, and we have your sister who just got a promotion. You think the grandma's worse, but it's grandma.
I would love someone to take an interest in my dance recital.
Yeah, you're dancing. Yeah, I think the sister just got a promotion is pretty tough. What do you think, Byron?
Nah, my sister just got a promotion. It was kind of chill.
Yeah, I got to say, I'd be happy for my sister.
All right, so it's politics for them, but we're going to do the sister one. Next up.
4 sisters, by the way, so this is...
Yeah, could have, You have 4 sisters?
I have 4 sisters.
Wow.
Here we go.
The aunt whose wig is always lifting but still has the nerve to comment on your weight versus the uncle who always has an investment opportunity for you. I want you to know also that this list
is a strong cat.
What's interesting about this list is it was generated the list of worst relatives for the black members of the Crooked staff completely different than the list of worst relatives for the
I can see that.
white members of the Crooked staff.
And guess what? No natives were included in this day goddamn holiday. No, too soon?
No, I know too late. You're fine. So what do we? You're killing with Malcolm. You're killing in the booth. All right, what do you think?
Yeah, nothing over here.
No. Yeah, these are Kendra's pitches. Most of these are Kendra's family. Should we bleep your name?
I'm gonna say the uncle who always has an investment.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's
also
tough. That's tough.
It'd be the weirdest shit too.
Next up,
you ever heard of fertilizer? What?
The cousin back from his first semester who knows everything. The woman your age your mom befriended at work and invited as your replacement. Cousin.
Yeah.
Cousin.
Shout out to Alex, though, my mom's 30-year-old friend. Very nice lady.
I've been that cousin who came back from his first semester of college.
All right, next up we have
certainly.
You should do this for one of your little skits, aunt, versus cousin whose entire identity is their upcoming wedding, right?
The wedding.
Wedding is the more universal answer.
But I think you personally get a lot of you should do this for one of your little skits must happen a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, the out-of-touch uncle who thinks your partner is just your friend, or the brother's girlfriend who's too eager to help and makes everyone else look bad. I think
brother's girlfriend or anybody who is overdoing it and making everybody else look bad. It's the worst.
Yeah, I agree.
It's one of the worst things about getting together with family. You can tell this source.
Yeah, that's tough. I agree.
I'm like, they're not going to be here too long.
Isn't it sad when like the whole family gangs up on somebody's boyfriend or girlfriend at some point, like the tide turns and like all of a sudden everybody's just attacking them. I'm like, this is terrible.
They want that to go plate.
Exactly.
Once a year mac and cheese. You better take these diss jokes.
And by the way, they can't even fight back because they don't know anybody's history in the family. So they just have to sit there like, I got to do some opera research. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
No, I think you're right. I think it's a tough position to be in as the new boyfriend or girlfriend being mercilessly attacked by basically strangers. Next up, the chef who is so stressed out but accepts no help and is insulted by help versus the religious great aunt who asks if you're still going to church.
The church.
Church. Ashley, what do you think?
Church.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, y'all must be Catholic.
I refuse to hear passive aggression. That's just a part of my life. If you're like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, cool, you're fine then? I'm fine too.
Yeah. I'm with her on that.
You can breathe as hard as you want to breathe.
We have your college-age cousin's goth girlfriend who you will never see again and not remember versus your second cousin you have insane chemistry with. Come on. Come on. Look. Here's the thing. There's a person you'd hate to stay and hate to leave. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's the cousin, right? We're all.
It's the cousin.
Yeah.
It's
Much
the
more
cousin.
conflicting.
It's the cousin. All right. We're now in, what's it called when it's 8? Elite? I never remember the terms of art. The Elite 8. Holier than thou, vegan cousin versus sister who just got a promotion. Who's worse? Come on.
Vegan
This
cousin.
Vegan cousin.
Vegan is the Duke of this thing, you know?
Man, they might take it all the way.
They could go all
Your
the
vegan
way.
cousin from Duke.
Take your bets now.
Next up, we have the uncle who always has an investment versus the cousin who's back from his first semester and knows
Investment.
everything.
The uncle.
Wow, wait. Let's talk about this. Ashley, what do you think? Cousin or uncle?
Uncle.
You think the uncle's worse than the cousin?
Yeah, because
He's a philosophy major.
I find that amusing.
You find that amusing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be like, tell me more.
I think the uncle's like, pickleball.
Yeah.
No, pickleball, not a bad investment right now.
No, but you just don't want to
White
hear
people
about it all
love
the time. It's
pickleball.
like-
Where the fuck
Get
is
in on
pickleball?
pickleball.
It came out of
early.
nowhere, though.
Kevin Durant.
Nowhere.
Kevin Durant bought a pickleball team.
Came out of nowhere. It was like nothing. It was nothing. You never heard of it. Then all of a sudden, everybody's playing tiny tennis. It's just tiny tennis. All right, so I think we're giving it to the uncle.
It's my and they uncle. Get the fuck out of
Never.
here.
I like. You ever heard? 2 years ago, someone's like, "You ever heard of pickleball?" Next thing you know, Stephen Colbert's like hosting a tournament.
Hey, it's the only positive thing rich white people do. Please don't stop them.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I guess what I don't understand about pickleball. Here's what I don't understand about pickleball. What is the niche? I didn't know there was a space halfway between ping pong and tennis.
Yes.
That needed to be
It's
filled.
for people who are a little bit athletic and have free time.
What kind of name?
is pickleball. what does it have to do with anything?
There's no pickles.
There's no pickles. I'll say one thing, which
Yes.
is
That's how I know we didn't invent it.
You just said
Pickleball.
squash. That's another sport. Here's the thing. During the pandemic, my friend Spencer sent me a text that said, "Gee, you want to play tennis?" I was never good at tennis. I don't love tennis, but I bought a racket. And I said, let's play tennis. And because it was the pandemic, when I played tennis that first time, it was the greatest 45 minutes of my fucking life.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how fun tennis
Yeah.
was. I was like, I'll play tennis every day for the rest of my life as far as I'm concerned. What a thrill it was to be out playing tennis. Did it 3 more times. That was it.
Are you still friends with Spencer?
One of the best. You can't beat Spencer. Here's the point. Were people doing pickleball during all this?
Yes.
Why? Anyway,
If
Play
you wanna
tennis,
play
run around a
tennis,
little.
But do less running.
right.
Pickleball.
Okay. I probably should trim down.
I
some
still
of my
don't get
pickleball.
it.
I don't get it either.
Yeah, it's all good. We got
But
on
we lost
corduroy
them.
hats.
We kind of lost them a little.
They offended. Like, shitting on our pickleball.
It's just the lights are gonna come up and
I did a voice. You heard that?
That's a great voice. That's a great voice.
Damn.
That was-
I just shocked
Was that
myself.
the uncle? Was that the
I
uncle?
was
don't
a-
know.
that was a
I don't know
pickleball
where it
player.
came from. It came
Yeah.
from somewhere. I thought it was Adam Sandler a little bit when I heard it.
Flappy Jappy pickleball.
you boys.
Next up, cousin whose entire identity is their upcoming wedding versus the brother's girlfriend who's too eager to help. What do you think, Ashley?
The audience is saying wedding.
What do you feel? What do you feel?
I went to several weddings this year of very good friends.
Mm-hmm.
All I've talked about is weddings for a full year. That's my answer.
I think so.
Weddings takes it. Next up, religious great aunt who asks if you're going to church versus your second cousin you want to fuck. Wow, it's heaven versus hell. It's God versus the devil.
The rematch.
Virtue versus sin.
Virtue versus sin. Head versus the heart.
Either way, you're going to hell.
Yeah, and either way, you're going to hell.
Either way, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
It's actually cheap laugh versus infinite number of awkward
Absolutely.
gatherings from here on out.
Forever.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? Who's the worst guest at Thanksgiving? Ashley, what do you think?
I think church grandma.
Wow. All right.
I think sexy cousins just minding their business in the corner.
See you at the
No, you gonna
reunion,
bump into
sexy
him
cousin, because if the religious great aunt is moving forward, we are in the final four,
Semifinals, right?
the semifinals. It is the number 1 seed, holier than thou vegan cousin versus the uncle who has a weird investment opportunity. Wow. Everything about this is just like the vegans need to work on their brand. The vegan
I
brand
agree.
is
I really
suffering.
agree on that. You know, my oldest son is old enough now that he's on, watching TikTok videos, and like there's a whole genre of TikTok videos about how annoying vegans are, and I'm like, this is carno propaganda. This is.
What's interesting is there's anti-vegan propaganda, and then there's also people making keto bread out of chicken, and they're connected. There are people you like, oh, that looks like bread. What's it made of? It's made of chicken. And it got a save from me because I'm going to make that chicken bread. All right, vegan cousin versus the uncle. Byron, what do you think?
Oh, vegan.
Ashley?
Yeah, vegan cousin.
Diallo?
Only because they're holier than thou.
Wow.
The
there's-
audience is not with this.
You know what though?
I think the audience.
Everything. No, they want
Some of the
vegan.
audience
They
is.
want
Some
the
people
vegan.
still want that uncle.
Uncle? No. They want the vegan. Vegan?
Vegan.
All right. The vegan takes it. Vegan takes it.
The uncle is right at least twice.
Every once in a while, somewhere out there, one of the uncles with investment advice has something fucking awesome.
Toenail
right.
clippers making a comeback. Pandemic, people were just at the house. They needed to cut their toenails.
I don't know if that's a growth industry.
Hear me out. It's authentic. It's bespoke. It's VCRs. All right.
Stainless steel.
Cousin whose entire identity is their upcoming wedding versus the religious great aunt who asks if you're still going to church. It's church once or church
Wedding?
every
Yeah,
Sunday.
exactly.
Wedding. I think it's
Wedding. Do you think so, Diallo?
Yeah, I'm with wedding.
Byron?
Wow.
What do you think? You didn't
I
like
was
the-
gonna say is the aunt,
Great
but
aunt?
I guess if everybody think it's the wedding. Everybody
Wow.
I know getting divorced, so
I think, all right, so we're now in the finals.
Yeah.
It is, and it's interesting. I'm interested in where we landed because it is like, it's it's a vegan versus the bridezilla. Although I will say this, every one of us, we all pictured the cousin who's talking about their wedding as a woman. Not one of us pictured a guy.
Well, you said bridezilla. I was gonna say.
You
I was
pictured
gonna
a
say
fucking
groom- I was
groom.
gonna say
You pictured a
groomzilla.
groom as the groom. You know how grooms are always going on and on about the wedding. All right. Final is cousin whose identity is their wedding versus the holier than thou vegan cousin.
It's cousin versus cousin.
Cousin versus
Two
cousin.
cousins.
Ashley, what do you think?
This is a really tough decision.
Talk it through. Talk us through your thoughts here. Take us through it.
Because on the one hand, the cousin whose entire identity is their wedding is going to ruin Thanksgiving. They're talking about it the whole time. But a wedding buildup can really only last 2 years. Being an annoying vegan lasts a lifetime.
Wow.
agreed.
Wow,
Agreed.
that's a really good point. A wedding has a clock on it.
Yeah.
A wedding, there's only so many different holidays. A person can go, I love this table setting. The one I chose,
But you can still eat while that's going
you
on.
can't eat while that's going.
But while a vegan, every time you pick up something, it's like, that collard green had a soul. What, bitch?
They can eat collard greens.
Those yams came from the universe.
So I think
They knew what vegan is. They ain't read the
Now-
book. They don't know.
now here's what I feel radiating off of Diallo, which is he knows that's the answer, but there's a politics that he's dealing with, which there are vegans at his table. Several. And so this whole time, if you've noticed, he's not fought the consensus. He's a good politician. But at a few moments, he goes like, did somebody say investment deck? Like he's been like looking for a way out. Like I think somebody said church lady, right? I heard vegan, I heard church. It could be either. Everyone likes. I mean, it's complicated, right? That's what's going on for you. So would you like, for your own sake, for your own Thanksgiving, which is around the corner, to say that you disagree, and then that'll be okay? For you, I'm saying we'll do whatever you need to get out of this segment alive.
Well, when you have, I'm one of 6, so I have a lot of cousins. I was actually just at a wedding that was years in the planning, but I will say that World War III broke out when we tried to find a restaurant that everybody could be happy.
Sure.
And we were in Miami, and everybody's like, well, let's go to a Cuban restaurant. And Cuban cuisine, not the friendliest to the vegans. No. It was a nightmare.
The story of a big family trying to figure out where to eat and no one being happy and ultimately not being able to find anything perfect for everyone, but having to find something that just works is how you end up also with President Joe Biden. Which is just something to think about.
So you're saying Joe Biden is the
That is perfect.
Applebee's
Yes.
of presidents?
That is perfect.
Way
Just
to
gonna
go.
say
By
it.
the way, the vegans in my family, not big fans of Joe.
Yeah, shock, surprise. Bernie or bust.
Wow.
Bernie or bust from the vegans.
That's beautiful.
Oh, wow, that was eloquent.
So
Wow.
so look, we all have noted
like he
correctly
knows
for history and the record that Diallo doesn't agree with our
I
final
disagree.
decision.
I think holier than thou vegans are beautiful family members who I love a lot, and I really wish they would start talking to me again.
And nevertheless, despite that vote, the majority wins. The most annoying person at Thanksgiving is the holier than thou vegan cousin.
Yeah.
We did it. Thank you to all three of you for being
But
part
shout
of
out
this
to
bracket.
Tofurkey and everything.
And shout out to Tofurkey.
Yeah.
Shout out to Impossible Meat.
Impossible Meat. Shout out.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
They had a good
Is it
run.
impossible or beyond that we're not messing with?
Oh, look, I know the founder ate someone or something, but it's still a good product. I drive a Tesla. I don't read the news about the things I like.